God, I'm praying for this friend I have.
God, I just really need to be praying for my friend right now.
God, I just need to pray for my friend.
She's been going through a lot. She goes to church, acts a part, but I don't really think she takes anything in. It's like she's being so focused on being perfect, making sure everything she does is right, talking to the right people, saying the right things. Like they're all going to judge her, but they don't even know her. Like she's just so good at covering it all up.
I don't really know how to explain these feelings she's been dealing with, but she tries really hard to be involved in church. She does a lot, but never feels like it's enough. And no matter how hard she tries, she can't help but have the feeling that if she didn't show up, it wouldn't matter.
I don't know how this happened. There wasn't a huge change. There's just some things he brought up to me. He told me that even though he goes to church and he hears what the pastor is saying, he doesn't understand it. He can't focus. He can't get anything out of it.
I just want her to feel accepted, you know? Be accepted for who she really is. Let her feel like she's good enough.
She doesn't feel like she lives up to the role of a woman, of a mother. She can't cook or bake. She hates cleaning. She feels like she's a failure. No matter how hard she tries, everything ends in a failed attempt. She's just tired, God.
He has a wife, a baby on the way. He doesn't know what to do. He's still not doing anything with his life, still working a dead-end job. He doesn't have it all figured out. His wife's proud of him, but he's not even proud of himself. He sees other people, sees what they have, and knows he can't give her everything she wants. He thinks it's his fault.
She'll do anything to be accepted, God. Anything. Just to fit in.
She takes a look around and sees all the other families. They come on time, they're dressed nicely, and they're still smiling. She doesn't understand why that can't be her and her family. You've given her husband and kids. You know she must be able to handle it.
He told me that he doesn't trust himself to even walk out of his house. Temptation is everywhere. He can't even go to the grocery store without being tested. He's married to the girl of his dreams, yet it's still hard for him. He just can't live down the things of his past. The struggle is always there.
If she really accepts you into her life, she may not be able to hang on to all her old friends. But if she doesn't, who's going to tell them about you?
She compares herself so much that she's nothing compared to them. She can't even see the good in herself anymore. You understand, don't you?
There are people who look up to him, people counting on him. He doesn't want to let anyone down.
If she really comes to you, she'll have to lose everything else. Everything. It's like, isn't that a lot to ask? Nothing will be the same. I mean, she's gonna have to start all over.
I've noticed it's becoming harder and harder for her to love her husband and her kids. Mostly because she can't even love herself anymore.
He just doesn't want to be honest with himself because people might think he's not as strong as he's supposed to be.
You still love her though, don't you? Even though she isn't perfect?
He feels like if he really did love you, if he really knew you, he wouldn't be struggling like this. God, he doesn't want you to know that he's struggling. Doesn't want you to see how close he is to falling.
I pray that other people don't define who she is, even though she may not know who she is. I know she's heard other people talk about finding themselves in you. Well, I just want you to do that for her. And just to help her right now.
God, what I'm really praying is that you help her know that she's enough. Help her to have the bravery to come to talk to you about it. God, she doesn't want to ask for help.
Please give him strength. Help him see that you're there, that you love him. He needs your help. He doesn't want to ask, but I'm asking.
And God, this person that I've been praying for.
And one last thing. The person I'm really praying about?
That friend I'm praying for?
Is me.
is me.
Is me.